I'm going to read to you a chapter out of a book I wrote several years ago called So Am I. It's the second chapter in the book, and it's about, I wrote it during a time that is feeling very similar to the last couple of weeks for me. It's called Aldi Preacher. On September 2nd, 2012, I saw a tall black man with a priest collar at Aldi. When he passed me, my spirit kind of jumped, like, notice this guy. A few seconds later, he came back and he asked, "Are you born again?" "I'm sorry, what?" "Are you Christian?" I said yes. He said, "I thought so. I felt like I was supposed to come back and tell you, God's about to do great things with you." I said, "Really?" He said, "Yes, be very attentive." I thanked him and he walked away. This is one of my lowest days. I was transitioning to full-time music and feeling zero traction and like a failure. I was sure God sent him to let me know I just needed to hold on, because I was going to impact millions of people with my music. I've thought about that interaction almost daily for years. Many times, it's all that's kept me going. Over the past several months, everything in our life has come to a halt. Our current season is winter. All is still, dead or asleep, silent, frozen, bare. It's a season I never want, but one I'm always grateful for in retrospect. In winter, things which don't run deep are allowed to die. In winter, there's clarity where there used to be noise, and priorities are a simple thing. Without winter, we'd suffocate under the thousands of layers of identity and unnecessary commitment and responsibility we heap upon ourselves during the rest of the year. We need winter to be clear on who we are and who we're not. Who we are in summer when we're performing at full capacity, on stage with sound and lights, that's not necessarily us. Who we are in winter when everything is quiet and there's nothing to hide behind and our weakness is painfully obvious to everyone, that's who we are. Unfortunately, most people spend their lives avoiding winter at all costs. The highest cost is that they never get to know who they really are. I will make music again. I have to keep saying this to myself every time I look out the window at the badly neglected band van and trailer. But that's not what the Aldi Preacher was talking about when he said great things. Great things isn't wowing people from the stage, or a million iTunes downloads, or letters about how my music has changed someone's life. Those are secondary results. Great things is finding rest in disaster. It's your kids seeing and feeling your strength and peace and trust in a situation where anyone else would have crumbled. Their core being strengthened forever because the battle you're fighting is also for them. Great things is when everything that should have created fear in you doesn't. It's when it all falls apart and you're still okay. When you realize for the first time that fear is the enemy, not circumstance. And now you're free. Great things is when we fight our inner battles instead of retreating to our addictions. And in fighting our battles, the community surrounding us is strengthened in their fight as well. Great things is when fear has to give up because the worst happened and we are still here, still moving toward each other and toward God, and still allowing ourselves to fully trust, fully feel, fully hurt, and fully live.